The Snake has never attempted to do a Nuzlocke before, even though he's been a Pokemon fan ever since X and Y came out in 2013. 11 years ago from now. Man, that's a long time. Snake always thought of Nuzlocke were kinda scary because your Pokemon literally dies. But after watching a lot of Nuzlocke on the YouTube, it sparked a flame inside the Snake to do one. And as for the rules, it's just the generic ones. Nicknames, 1 catch per route, death. Yeah, no, the simple ones. Now, will the Snake come out victorious or enter the fieriest pit of failure? Stride right on in, folks. This is gonna be a hell of a ride. I chose Pokemon Fire Red since I thought it would be poetic since it's my first Nuzlocke. Chose the gender with the best clothing style and proceeded to name my rival Buttface. Yeah, I'm that immature. Came out of my nest hole I call a room and chose my very first Pokemon, Bulbasaur, aka Lagras. Oh, I'm Leaf. She chose Bulbasaur and I'm dressed up as her. I only chose her because I like poison types. And with her on my side, nothing could stop us. Like they say, the Nuzlocke usually begins when you get your first balls. So that doesn't count. Yeah, I'ma use that excuse. So after that incident, Professor Oak gave us some bolas. And we went on our ravenous journey, where I got my first encounter, a PG, and she was just the cutest little birdie. I could just gobble her up. I immediately lost her. Well, at least she'll always be close to me. Heading to Route 22, I found myself a Mankey that didn't die instantly, named Fifi. And while on the way to the first gym, I found 2 little buggers, Barry the Weedle and Pity the Caterpie, which I instantly favored Barry by evolving him first. Yeah, I'm that type of Poke parent. Fifi got poisoned. Finally arriving to Pewter City Gym, we knocked it out of the park thanks to Fifi. She really did a good number on Brock's team. Living like a champ, Barry had a chance to shine, and even evolved to a full-on Beedrill. They grow up so fast. However, this joyful moment didn't last long, because we ended up facing a demon child with one singular Sparrow. They almost killed Barry, and if you notice, all my team is weak to flying type. That bird was a threat. Thankfully, we had potions and Sparrow used a useless move, and Barry took down the bird. You stay away from my team, boy. Surviving that fiasco, we welcome 2 new party members, Barney the Nidoran and Greg the Geodude. And for the time being, this was my epic team called The Squad. Not gonna lie, not a big fan of Greg over there. But whatevs. Look at us evolve going through Mount Moon. Jesus, how long has it been since I mentioned her? And she's my first mate. But sooner or later, she's gonna be showing off her skills in Cerulean City. Met Buttface again, and this time, my whole team just wrecked them, baby. He's a loser. Okay, his Eradicate almost killed Fifi, but we still donked on him. Got an extremely lucky encounter with this Abra, which of course I completely failed to catch it. Oh man, he would have been so cool. After doing a little bit of training and helped out Bill with his Poke Furry problem, we headed to the gym to face off Misty. That little bitch! Yeah, I kinda never liked her in the anime. Like Raz just drank her Stormy, and I easily got my badge. Things were looking all snaky here, baby. Got some mid-encounters though. A Meowth called Puss with 3 Z's, and Karen the Sparrow. And since we were doing so good, Snake decided to jump on board on a high-class cruise ship, where he proceeded to show everybody who's the big boss around here. Fifi got poisoned, again, and Barney became bipedal. Good shit. We even met up with Buttface again, and used Greg to beat the everlasting shit out of him. Barry helped out too. Have you ever realized we're almost as big as the boat? Like from the outside of it? It's just something I just noticed. You know what I really hate about Vermilion Gym? Is this stupid puzzle which I always end up up. Oh my... Give me the open it! I swear to God! I wish I can just break it. After like 5 minutes of that, Lieutenant Surge stood no chance against Greg. Bro, he be catching all these doves like it was Fortnite or something. Got my badge and Snake felt like he took away Lieutenant Surge's innocence. Okay, don't make it that weird, broskies. Continuing our journey to the next gym, disemboweling here and there, Greg grew 4 more limbs, and Arceus decided to give me a little gift for my outstanding work. Yo, Akins! Let's go! I was so over the moon when I found this little dudehead. Caught her and named her Izzy. Oh my god, I can't believe this. A Akins? This is just perfect. We're gonna have a great time, Izzy. Izzy? Izzy? She got knocked out by a Venonat. Why must all the Pokemon I start instantly loving just die on me? I replaced her with Puzz for the meantime, which I instantly replaced with Voltorb, because... Well said, James. Senior Bob was actually pretty useful, since he can learn Flash for this cave. Yeah, that's the name I gave them. Lol. Found this creepy kid mumbling some creepy shit. When you're up on a rocky mountain like this, rock slides are a threat. Can you imagine boulders tumbling down on you? That'd be like, wow, total error. By the way, wanna learn rock slide? Gave that move to Greg. Before heading out to Celadon City, I did a little detour here in Route 12 to do some training with Senior Bald, frying up some good-ass pokefish. So good. Kinda had my rival battle a little bit earlier in Lavender Tower, and of course we swept through his team. Senior Bald even fried up some juicy Gyarados meat. Chewy. So after that delicious meal, we got a little doggo. That's my girl doggo. And almost faced off a fire team with a bad type matchup. Rock slide them to death, Greg. While cruising over to the first gym, we were able to spot a wild Master Roshi in his natural habitat, looking at Poke Ladies. To be fair, they are pretty... Oh, wait, never mind. She got Karen vibes. Luckily, Erica doesn't. Barry was doing great, until he got paralyzed, and Lagrange just slowly tackled her bile plume to death. It was kind of a slow battle. Maybe that's why Erica rejected me after the battle. I was just too slow. Since I completely embarrassed myself at the gym, I went to catch this little two-headed bird called Larata. Then I messed around with Team Rocket's spinny puzzle thingy, where Fifi got poisoned. Again. Jesus, Fifi, what are you doing to yourself? You're the only one who keeps getting poisoned more than anyone else. I might as well call you Darkness from the beginning. Coincidentally enough, she evolved from that. Weird. However, when there's an up, there's always a down. Barry got exploded by a coffin. But Barry, don't worry. You're in a much better place now. A place where they play jazz or something. With the power of rage, I stormed into Giovanni's office. That ugly daddy-looking bastard. And showed him who was the real daddy around these parts. No. Fifi, we don't need any more deaths on our hands. Barney, just double kick that bitch and her child to death, please. Huh. I guess that was enough trauma to make Senior Bald evolve. Losing Barry to Team Rocket really took a toll on the snake. He began to reflect on how things could have gone differently while in a Pokemon graveyard, swearing to himself that the snake would never let anyone else come close to dying as long as the snake... Lagras, no! What the f is wrong with you? You crazy terrorist? Did I just piss off the entire coffin species? Thriving them just to commit kamikaze my ass? Puta carajo de mierda. Well, I guess the only thing I can say is they both went out with a blast. Oh, come on, it was just right there for me. Anyways, after losing 2 months, I had to swap them out. So I got Luigi the Ghastly, which is not the ghost of Lagras. I got him before the tragedy. And I caught a Snorlax on Route 12 named Poe. You could say we were all going to be Kung Fu fighting. Also, look at this gif I found. Oh yeah, now that's how we gonna be pulling up in the Poke League. Post level was good, so I had to focus on Luigi by defeating a lot of Odysseus to increase his special attack. At this point, I just been feeding him onions. And as for now, things were looking pretty good. Wait, why does that sound like foreshadowing? Now entering to the dojo of death. When Snake arrived at Saffron City, he heard he could get a free Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan around town, specifically from a dojo, where a matchup took the afterlife of Luigi. Fifi also fell in battle, being hit by a critical attack. I brought out my only flying type, and we fought through to the next pair of trainers. To be safe, I evolved Barney to even the odds. However, the dojo's master, Hitmonlee, landed a critical hit on Barney, sharing the same fate as Fifi. Lerta avenged his friend, but got ice punched by Hitmonchan, landing a freeze. It was Singer's Ball's turn to show off his bravery, but barely survived the punch. If I had to swap out to any of my team, it would have been game over. Still hoping, Singer Ball sparked the enemy for a slim chance for a paralysis, but failed. And with that, we were done for— wait, Ice Punch? Okay, did a quick heal and Thunder Punch? Yeah, for some reason this guy turned off his brain and just let me win. Was this free matchup worth it? Kinda. You'll see what happens. Your name is Potato. Well, there's one thing for sure. Fifi died as she lived, as a masochist. Still feeling kind of dead inside, we went out to deal with Team Rocket. And the usual happened, dealt with grunts, the name finally makes sense, and just slapped some cheeks. Had to fight against Giovanni again, which I kinda ended up struggling a bit, relying on a sacrifice. Well, at least Petey was good for something. May Kanto bless his Caterpie's soul. Oh yeah, Greg also reached his final form. Yeah, I kinda got the version of the game that allows Pokemon like Greg to evolve without trading. Look, I wanted the full-on Pokemon experience, okay? Got misgendered by this old man. Girl, I'm a snake in a dress! Pow! Finally stopping two evil organizations, it was time to face up Sabrina. By the way, anyone smashing? She can read your mind and turn you into a doll against your will. No takers? Supongo que ella es toda mía. Snake was able to sweep through her team easily, but her Alakazam was another story, being high level. But thanks to Singer Ball Light Screen and Poe's Yawn and Muscle Power, the Saffron Bags was ours. As we were heading to Fuchsia City, I got myself a Super Rod and fished myself a golden ticket. Imagine if it was a shiny— oh my lord. Hey there, it's Editor Snake here, and I need to call myself out here. This Gyarados counted as a Route 12 encounter, the same as Poe the Snorlax. Meaning I broke my rule of 1 catch per route, and I kept things on my team without knowing. I'm sorry, I just realized it after the Nuzlocke, so please try to overlook it. I feel so ashamed. Let's just continue this blissful journey with ignorance, shall we? Felipe the Gyarados was a great addition to the team, but he was a few levels behind from the gang. Thankfully, there was a full row of trainers who gracefully fell upon death. After that, we arrived at Fuchsia City, where I came to realize one little thing. This is my 6th gym, right? Excuse me? Apparently, I accidentally skipped a gym by accident, but it doesn't matter since Koga Battle was easy. Even though he kamikazes both of his coffins, almost taking Poe's life. Scary but we won at the end. Our next stop on our journey was Cinnabar Island, where I forced Flippy to devour his own kind, becoming a cannibal. Fortunately, we didn't have any issue arriving to the island, except for seeing a lot of speedos.
Hi, I'm Paul!
As we saw the gym, I just knew we were ready to kick some butt. The door was locked. I found the key! This gym is really weird. They just straight up have robbers and scientists. Like hell, who owned this gym? Oh. Taking down Dr. Eggman and his fiery team was no challenge, since Flippy and Greg were ready to cause some mayhem. Also Poe.
Encounter recap!
Okay, let's see what we got. First off, Death the Wheezing, Fred the Tentacruel, and Misty the Psyduck. Yeah, I still don't like her. By the way, Snake got kidnapped by this Bill guy who made him to his errand boy while he was flirting with his boyfriend. I was forced to go to 3 islands, which I ended up in a biker gang fight, my team barely surviving being poisoned. Then I went to a creepy forest to save this girl from a creepy Pokemon. That last bit was kind of disturbing. I picked up Bill's fursuit at the dry cleaners and finally returned me to Cinnabar Island. I hated this side quest so much. It just wasted my time. And the only good part of it, I got Joe the Ponyta. Hashtag not political. What I was actually eager for was the last gym, since it would be my 3rd time facing off Giovanni. And I still don't know what his master plan is. I think it's tax evasion or something, I don't know. And of course, everything went as smooth as pumpkin pie. That was a lie. While we were facing off the grunts, we suffered 2 casualties. Potato got taken out by a critical attack, and Poe got KO'd by a horn drill. I really love these two. Even if Potato was a demon child of that dojo of death, I still cherished him. It's funny, it really felt like they died in the name of friendship. I even called them my Ornstein and Smug. But alas, we just got very unlucky. I just came to realization, most of my party members died because they got one-hit KO'd, explosion, or from critical hits. It's just wild, and I guess a little bit funny. Thankfully, we were able to get some sweet vengeance by taking down Giovanni. And since Ornstein and Smog were gone, that meant Joe the Ponyta and Tree the Execute joined the team. And once more, we were doing the onion strat, giving Tree a boost on his special attack. I even went to the other island to boost up their level. And unlike Luigi, he ain't gonna die me. Welcome to the team, Dizza. It's kinda odd I went back to the island just to train up my new members, since I hated the place. This place sucks. With much confidence, Snake made his way to Victory Road, where Buttface was waiting for us. Like seriously dude, can you stop following us? But like always, he just wanted his pathetic ass to be beaten up. For God damn it! And he wasn't the only one. Larta and Joe got deleted. At least Disa landed a poison, but he ended up dying too. Felipe was the only one that stood a chance against Alakazam with his bite. Yet he still survived. Nevertheless, Disa did pass on with a parting gift. You did good, Disa. You did good. Now this is an absolute mess. Losing half of my team like this. It's hard to swallow. Even so, we had to move forward. Sega the Zubat, Dash the Omnite, Sonic the Horsey, and Dogo the Growlithe joined the team. And after a crucial training section by daycare method, my team was stronger as ever. Okay, who am I kidding? They barely leveled up. Huh? Hey guys, look what I found! Okay, I may have packed in a lot of candies, but to be fair, it would have taken me forever to level these guys up. Plus, I did hear this is a method people tend to use. Y no te preocupes, the party's still on the level cap, so we're good on that. And with that done, we headed off to the Pokemon League. Caught my final encounter at Victory Road Cave, and gave Greg Double Edge, since he got that skill to avoid recoil damage. Hells yeah! To be completely honest, the Snake was just gonna freeball the Elite Four. Because at this point, we kinda had a broken Snake since he had to swap out like half of his entire team. Now the question is, will we survive these few last battles with our current state? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll just have to wait and see. Comenzando with Lorelei, the hot Secretary Ice-type trainer. I sent off Sonic and he died. How? I honestly don't know. Look, while I was streaming this, the footage just got cut off. And this is how it actually looked like. No middle. And do you know what's more upsetting than this? Rock Slide, Ice Punch. I really thought he could have survived that. I thought Greg had an ice coverage because of the rock type. But apparently not. Greg, I'm so sorry. You didn't have a chance to meet a nice Diancie. And yes, his name was a whole Steven Universe reference. we were able to miraculously survive our last Pokemon by using a lot of Hyper Potions. Bruno? Jesus, this man's an absolute unit. This battle kinda went smoothly. Felipe once again proving himself as the ace of our team. Just kept on drowning Bruno's Pokemon. We are evil as shit. Now with Agatha. Oh god. She showed no mercy. We were doing fine at first, knocking out her mons, having a few close calls until...
Ciego, why must you do this to me?
And things got even worse. Her second Gengar was an absolute menace, taking out Flippy. And in a surprising note, Stash knocked it out, but got haunted by a Haunter, leaving Dogo as the sole survivor. Holy f***, what do I do? Everyone's dead and there's no way in hell Dogo can stand a chance against Drake's dragon types. He even has an Aerodactyl. We're totally done for. Huh? Dogo, what are you doing? Huh. This could work. So I might have over-leveled her, breaking the level cap. Because at this point, I knew it was game over. Might as well just try to main through these potential final battles. With all the odds against us, Dogo was actually giving her all facing off Lance's team. Even the Aerodactyl. Well, I did give her Toxic, just gave them all rabies. However, jumping back to reality, Dogo was low on health and had no more options, being knocked out by an outraged. And just like that, it was all over. Snake lost his very first Nuzlocke. And you might be thinking, why even make this video? You lost. Yeah, that's the point. This is a sad ending, a tragedy. And I don't regret it. And sure, I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty upsetting that I lost. But as they say, even though it's very cheesy, no se trata del destino. Se trata de los amigos que hemos hecho en este camino. Even if they didn't make it at the end, to try to finish this off with a bittersweet ending. I like to think the last battle I had with Buffface was the peak of my journey, believing that somehow Greg and Flippy, being the sole survivors of that battle, just came back to me, carrying the scars from their somewhat deaths. Just being happy seeing them again. Thanks for watching till the end. Hope to see y'all in the next one.